Hello and welcome back to my Path of Exile beginner guide. We'll start by talking about Path of Exile's league expansions. So, after choosing whatever gateway is best for you, we log in to see a menu where we can create a character. Once we click the create button, it takes us to a menu where we get to choose what league we want to play in. So briefly, I'll explain what a league is and what we can do in them. Essentially, there are two types of leagues. We have permanent leagues and temporary leagues. At the making of this video, Path of Exile features 4 different permanent leagues, which consist of Standard, Standard Hardcore, Standard Solo Self-Found, and Standard Solo Self-Found Hardcore. Solo Self-Found simply means you cannot party or trade with anyone, so basically whatever you find in-game is all that you're going to have. The other modifier, known as Hardcore, simply means once you die, you and all the items your character is carrying gets transferred to the Standard League and can never return back to the Hardcore League they were a part of. For the sake of time length in this video, we are only going to discuss the main temporary leagues released approximately every 3 months. At the end of the 3 months, the temporary league ends and all characters and items in your stash tab get sent to the adjacent Standard League. So for example, all characters and stash tabs in the Solo Self-Bound Temporary League will be transferred to the Solo Self-Bound Standard League. This cleans the market saturation of items and gives everyone a level playing field at the start of the new Temporary League. The current Temporary League at the making of this video is Abyss, which has unique content that is not available at the moment in Standard League, basically. Normally you will always choose the featured temporary league to play in, as this is where most players will be playing. So now that we have an idea of what leagues are and which one you might want to play in, we can move on to the next screen, which has 7 different classes to choose from. We have the Templar, the Shadow, the Marauder, the Scion, the Ranger, the Duelist, and the Witch. Now, the beauty of Path of Exile is that any class you pick can play any build you want it to. However, there are some downfalls to this, as some classes will play certain builds a lot more efficiently than another class would. Because of this, I strongly recommend watching some build guides until you find one that sounds right for you. This doesn't mean you have to build your character exactly how they do, but it's just good for a new player to have some guidance and maybe use it as a template for the build that you want to create. More than likely, your first build won't turn out too amazing, but it'll be more of a learning experience for you, which is entirely fine. If you are choosing your own build, make sure you are not just looking at the starting class, but also what ascendancy would work best with whatever build you're choosing. So what is an ascendancy then? An ascendancy is basically an upgraded form of whatever class you pick. Each class apart from the Scion has 3 different upgraded classes that you can ascend to as you progress your character further. For example, the Shadow can ascend to become an Assassin. In a future video, I will go over more in-depth views of ascendancies and how to obtain them, but for now, I feel like this is a good stopping point for this video. So, if you find this information to be helpful, feel free to share it with anyone. If you would like to come hang out live with me, I will have my Twitch profile linked in the description as well. I'll be streaming Path of Exile and maybe some other games whenever I have free time on the side. So, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for future videos.